Welcome to my YouTube channel. You are watching a story a day. Subscribe channel. Perfect illusion. Scene 1. The Grand Party. The lights of the chandelier glittered like scattered stars across the opulent ballroom. Guests in designer gowns and sharp tuxedos murmured polite conversations, glasses clinking gently. Among them stood Arjun Verma, a successful businessman known for his charm and wealth. His wife, Meera Verma, looked radiant in a silver gown, her smile seemingly perfect but hiding a quiet tension. Arjun's eyes, however, were not fixed on Meera. Across the room, Rhea, his mistress and an ambitious corporate strategist, moved with practiced grace. Her eyes met his, and an unspoken connection flickered between them. Meera, blissfully unaware, engaged in polite chatter with other guests, her laughter tinged with an attempt to mask unease. Scene 2. The Whispered Plot. Later that evening, while Arjun and Rhea shared whispered words near the balcony, Meera overheard snippets of their conversation. Rhea spoke with sharp malice. "She's too naive, Arjun. She'll never see it coming," Rhea sneered. Arjun chuckled, a low, unsettling sound. "Don't worry, Rhea. She's nothing but a pawn. By the time she realizes the truth, it'll be too late." Meera's heart pounded. She retreated into the crowd, tears brimming in her eyes. Scene 3. The bullying begins. Over the next few weeks, Meera began to experience a subtle, yet consistent campaign of bullying orchestrated by Rhea. At work, Rhea whispered lies about Meera's incompetence. In social circles, Rhea spread rumors of Meera's infidelity, though Meera remained faithful and innocent. Arjun watched, unmoved. He justified his silence, telling himself it was necessary to maintain his double life. "It's just temporary," he told himself. But Meera felt the world crumbling around her. The silent witness. Scene 4. Meera's despair. Meera sat alone in their large, cold home, scrolling through messages filled with subtle jabs, rumors, and taunts. Her phone vibrated again. "Everyone knows what you really are. Don't bother trying to hide it." Her hands trembled as tears streamed down her face. She felt betrayed not just by Rhea, but more painfully, by Arjun. Scene 5. Enter the SEO savior. At her lowest point, Meera reached out to Aman, a quiet yet perceptive SEO consultant who had helped her business grow online before. Aman had always treated Meera with respect, unaware of the dark cloud shadowing her life. When Meera called him, her voice was barely audible. "Aman, I don't know who else to turn to." Without hesitation, Aman arrived at her home the next morning. He listened carefully, his eyes steady and compassionate. "I'll help you, Meera. This isn't your fault," Aman assured. Scene 6. Digital Justice. Using his technical expertise, Aman began gathering evidence. He traced the online harassment back to Rhea, capturing screenshots, IP addresses, and digital footprints. Confrontation and redemption. Scene 7. The Exposure. Aman, armed with undeniable proof, confronted Rhea during a public business conference. The evidence was projected on the large screen for all attendees to see. Rhea's manipulative texts, emails, and staged social media posts designed to destroy Meera's reputation. Gasps filled the room. Rhea's expression shifted from confidence to horror. Arjun sat motionless, guilt washing over him. Scene 8. The Husband's Regret. Meera stood tall, though shaken, as the truth unraveled. Arjun's facade crumbled completely. I was wrong," he whispered, voice filled with regret. "I never meant for it to go this far." But Meera no longer needed his apologies. The strength she had rediscovered, thanks to Aman, propelled her forward. Scene 9. A New Beginning. Rhea was publicly disgraced and faced legal consequences. Arjun, left with the weight of his betrayal, retreated into solitude. Meera, empowered and resolute, rebuilt her life. Aman remained a loyal friend, never seeking more than her well-being. As dawn broke over the city skyline, Meera knew one thing: the shadows of betrayal had faded, and her light would never dim again. Echoes of the past. Scene 15. Meera's inner turmoil. The days following the public exposure of Rhea's deceit were anything but easy. Despite the outward signs of progress, clients returning, public support growing, Meera struggled with the hollow ache left by betrayal. Each night, as silence settled over her home, memories of Arjun's cold gaze haunted her. "How did I miss the signs?" she wondered, her voice trembling in the dark. Aman noticed the pain behind her eyes but chose silence, understanding that time alone could begin the healing. Scene 16. Arjun's descent. Arjun, now estranged from his business partners and former friends, spiraled further into self-loathing. His days blurred into a cycle of regret, isolation, and fleeting hope that Meera might forgive him. Aman's silent resolve. Aman, though not seeking the spotlight, grew increasingly determined to see Meera's success flourish. His dedication wasn't born of love, but genuine respect and friendship. He meticulously optimized Meera's business website, ensuring transparency, authenticity, and integrity became the core of her brand. Together, they launched a public awareness campaign against cyberbullying and manipulation, transforming Meera's personal tragedy into a mission to protect others. Scene 18. Rhea's isolation. Rhea, now facing a long legal battle, sat in a stark, cold prison cell. The walls seemed to echo her arrogance, now reduced to silence. Her phone calls went unanswered, and the world outside moved on. Her only companion was regret. "I thought I was invincible," she admitted one night, tears trailing down her cheeks. But power without conscience is nothing. Scene 19. A new venture. Months passed. Meera, with Aman's support, transformed her business into a beacon of hope. She offered free digital security consultations, helping victims of online harassment. Her company's new slogan, "Empower, Protect, Heal," became a mantra. During a major conference, she stood on stage, the audience's applause echoing around her. This journey wasn't just about overcoming betrayal, she declared, her voice unwavering, but about rising above it and helping others do the same. Scene 20. Arjun's final regret. One rainy afternoon, Arjun visited Meera's office, not as a businessman, but as a man seeking forgiveness. "I don't expect you to forgive me," he began, his voice hoarse. "But I needed you to know that I regret every moment of betrayal." Meera looked at him for a long moment, her eyes unreadable. "I hope you find peace," she finally replied, turning back to her work. Arjun left without another word, the rain masking his tears. Meera's new mission. Months after the scandal broke, Meera's resolve only strengthened. Her mission was clear: to help others facing the silent torment of betrayal and online harassment. Her office, once a place of quiet despair, now buzzed with activity. Young employees worked diligently, inspired by Meera's story and purpose. Aman remained her steadfast partner, managing the digital strategies that amplified their message of hope and empowerment. One afternoon, Meera stood before a group of young entrepreneurs. "Success isn't just about business," she began. "It's about standing tall when the world tries to break you. I turned my pain into purpose, and so can you." The room filled with applause, not just for the words, but for the authenticity behind them. Scene 24. The first client. A shy young woman approached Meera one morning, tears in her eyes. I'm being harassed online. My life is falling apart," the woman admitted. Meera took her hand gently, offering a smile of understanding. "You're not alone," she said. "We'll handle this together." Meera's new mission. Months after the scandal broke, Meera's resolve only strengthened. Her mission was clear: to help others facing the silent torment of betrayal and online harassment. Her office, once a place of quiet despair, now buzzed with activity. Young employees worked diligently, inspired by Meera's story and purpose. Aman remained her steadfast partner, managing the digital strategies that amplified their message of hope and empowerment. One afternoon, Meera stood before a group of young entrepreneurs. "Success isn't just about business," she began. "It's about standing tall when the world tries to break you. I turned my pain into purpose, and so can you." The room filled with applause, not just for the words, but for the authenticity behind them. Scene 24. The first client. A shy young woman approached Meera one morning, tears in her eyes. I'm being harassed online. My life is falling apart," the woman admitted. Meera took her hand gently, offering a smile of understanding. "You're not alone," she said. "We'll handle this together." The case was delicate. A man meticulously traced the harassment back to an anonymous source, while Meera provided the woman with the strength and support she desperately needed. Weeks later, the young woman returned, her smile genuine for the first time in months. "Thank you," she said softly. Meera's heart swelled with purpose. Scene 25. Arjun's attempt at rebuilding. Arjun, in stark contrast, continued his lonely existence. The weight of his guilt isolated him from everyone, including his family. He attempted to reach out to old business contacts, seeking to rebuild a semblance of a career, but every door seemed to close. One day, he attended a seminar on ethical leadership, hoping to understand where he went wrong. The speaker, unaware of his identity, spoke of integrity, trust, and the irreparable damage of deceit. Arjun sat quietly, absorbing every word as if it were a condemnation of his sole legacy of strength. Years passed. Meera's platform became an international movement, empowering countless victims of digital abuse. She continued to speak, to lead, and to inspire. Her legacy wasn't just about overcoming betrayal, it was about transforming pain into power. As the sun set on another day, Meera stood tall, her silhouette casting a long shadow, not of darkness, but of light. A dark thread emerges. Despite Meera's growing success, shadows from the past refused to disappear. Late one night, as Meera worked on her latest campaign in the office, her phone buzzed with an anonymous message. "You think it's over? It's only the beginning." Her heart pounded. She shared the message with a man, whose brows furrowed in concern. "This is more than harassment," a man said grimly. "It's a calculated threat." Meera refused to back down. "We'll confront it head-on," she said, determination blazing in her eyes. Scene 36. The Anonymous Harasser. A man began an intense investiga. The Anonymous Harasser. A man began an intense investigation. Tracing IP addresses, decoding cryptic messages, and digging deep into the dark web, he uncovered a disturbing pattern. The harasser was connected to an underground group specializing in digital sabotage, experts in manipulation, blackmail, and cyber terror. Meera's resolve hardened. This wasn't just personal, it was systemic. "We must expose them," a man said. "We can't let fear silence us." Scene 37. Meera's inner strength. Meera faced moments of intense doubt. Each message, each threat was designed to break her spirit. Late at night, she sat alone, staring at the city skyline. "I won't be afraid," she whispered to herself. "I won't let them win." Her reflection in the glass seemed to echo back her determination. Scene 38. Priya's expertise. Priya Malhotra took the lead in developing advanced cybersecurity measures to track and expose the group. "We are not just defending against them," Priya explained. "We are going to turn the tables." Together, the team created a digital trap, an elaborate system of false leads and monitoring protocols designed to lure the harassers into revealing their identity. Scene 39. The breakthrough. Weeks of silent surveillance paid off. A suspicious IP address connected directly to a corporate rival who had previously envied Meera's success. Evidence mounted. Emails, server logs, encrypted messages, all pointing toward a calculated campaign of sabotage. "This ends now," Meera declared, her voice cold but unwavering. Scene 40. Legal battle renewed. With airtight evidence in hand, Meera and her team approached the authorities. The ensuing investigation led to arrests, legal battles, and media coverage that painted Meera not as a victim, but as a fighter. Her adversaries now faced charges of cyberterrorism, defamation, and corporate sabotage. Scene 41. Personal healing. Through it all, Meera focused on personal healing. She attended therapy sessions, reconnected with old friends, and embraced the simple joys of life: a walk in the park, a quiet dinner, a moment of peace. Her bond with a man grew stronger, built on mutual respect and shared purpose. "I'm proud of you," a man said one evening, as they watched the sunset. "And I'm grateful for you," Meera replied, her eyes reflecting strength and gratitude. Scene 42. New alliances. Meera's work began to attract other like-minded leaders. She formed partnerships with non-profits, government agencies, and tech companies, building a coalition dedicated to fighting digital abuse and corporate malfeasance. Together, they created educational programs, awareness campaigns, and support networks for victims. Scene 43. Arjun's redemption attempt. Arjun, having witnessed Meera's rise from the ashes, made another attempt to reconcile, not for personal gain, but genuine remorse. He volunteered at the foundation Meera established, quietly assisting victims under a pseudonym.